So here's another thing electorally going on. Happened over the weekend. Calls grow for New York Governor Cuomo to resign as two more former aides describe sexual harassment. This is from Democracy Now! Calls are mounting for New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Mounting, interesting choice of word there. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to step down as new accounts of sexual harassment and workplace misconduct surface. On Saturday, two more former aides accused Cuomo of sexual harassment, including asking invasive personal questions and making unwanted physical contact. One of New York State's most powerful Democrats, Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins, joined the chorus of calls for Cuomo to resign on Sunday. This is a guy, Rome, this guy was born, he wasn't just born on third base. Like, that's an understatement. He was born on third base with a lead going to home plate, and the guy at bat was a power hitter, so they were going to walk the dude. They were going to walk the dude because they were like, this guy, I know very little about baseball. It's weird I'm going so far with a baseball metaphor, but I know a little bit. The bases were loaded, and the power hitter was at bat. They were going to walk him because they were like, he's going to hit his grand slam if we don't just walk him. Cuomo was the guy that just had to go to home plate. He was on third base with a little bit of a lead. They were walking. There were 3 balls, no strike. They're about to walk the guy. He gets to walk to home plate, and he decided to take off his clothes and go streaking instead. He was born with a silver spoon. All he had to do was not shut up his ass, and he couldn't manage it.
That's how they is when they got power. When you raise so privileged like that, and they just handed him, like some top power in that state, and one of the biggest states. I mean, one of the biggest, states in America. Like, holy fuck! Like, yeah, I can see that power going to his head. He probably think he is king of New York, and he probably feel like you peasants. He probably been felt like you all are peasants. And I can touch you the way I want, when I want, and especially when he got that governor's. What you gonna say? I'll fire your boss.
Well, let me throw my theory at you. I think him and his brother are gonna switch jobs.
Oh my!
He's gonna be a totally unqualified CNN guy.
That seemed like something that Democrats will do. It seemed like they will put him in. I mean, hey, if Tucker Carlson runs and he wins something, let's say if he don't even run for president, which I believe he will. Let's
Tucker Carlson?
Yeah.
You think he's gonna run for president?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. He got enough people to win, and he got the propaganda. Right. He got everything. Shit. I think he's smart enough to even flip some socialists to make them mad enough against Democrats. Honestly, if people,
I didn't know he had any. I mean, I don't know anything. I don't really know anything about the guy, but I didn't know he had any interest in actually running for office. But who knows?
He act like he don't, but I remember him coaching Trump in the earlier in his earlier years, like the first 2 years when he was coaching Trump. Like, hey, don't bomb. When he told Trump don't bomb Syria or don't bomb something, and Trump had called back I was like, what the fuck? And he told Trump to do something else, and somebody had caught on to it. But yeah. I can see him actually, running and governing for sure. He just rest of them.
Has there ever been a situation, and I'm trying to just think off the top of my head, and I'm a situation where like a pontificator, pundit or whatever the hell you want to call it, propagandist, whatever you want to call it, has successfully run for office? Has that pivot ever happened? I mean, again, you've seen it happen with comics. You saw, Al Franken did it.
Yeah.
Like, so it's happened with comedians, but I don't know if it's ever happened with the straight. Nothing's hitting me off the top of my head. That's not to say it hasn't happened. It's just, I might be forgetting something really obvious. Who knows? But anyway. That's
He got the viewers. Like, man, you got to think about, man, he would be on some real Trump 2.0 shit. He has the most viewers in the world, like, ever, compared to everybody else that's doing their MSNBC, CNN, Fox. Put them all together, he got more. And it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy how many people in America actually watches him. But you know, I think he would be a real threat. But yeah, anyways, you know, Andrew, that motherfucker, he did that shit. Andrew did that shit. Joe Biden did that shit, definitely.
Dude.
Motherfucking Bill Clinton definitely did it. They all did it. I don't even, you ain't even got
to just a real who's who of solid Americans there. Just a real.
Yeah, put me on a jury. I'm like, look, we ain't got to go to none of these meetings. They ass did it. They did it. I know. Don't ask me how. I just know.
How he went from where he is now, like just a short of time ago, he was given an Emmy for nothing. Remember that? Remember when Cuomo was given an
I thought it was a book.
No. He got an Emmy because he just talked nice in front of the cameras, Rob, which is, by the way, bare minimum requirement to be a politician. That's like the bare, can you talk nice in front of a camera? Yeah,
we should get an Emmy. Hey, that's a fucking Emmy.
It's the equivalent of giving someone an Emmy for just showing up to work on time. Like, did you show up holy shit. And you did a great job on your tie this morning, Bob. Here's a fucking Emmy. Like, what the hell? He gets an Emmy for no reason. That's why I'm like, you can't even say this dude was born on third base. That's not being generous enough.
I mean, Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize, man. Come on, like these awards these awards ain't nothing but fucking you know, just something to make these rich assholes feel good about what they are doing, even though they are fucking psychopaths. You motherfuckers be defunding schools and all kind of shit. And oh, here's an award. Oh, I feel so good about myself. Look at me. Yeah. Nigga, shut your punk ass. Like, you still ain't shit. You still ain't shit. Fuck your Grammy, fuck your Emmy. You still ain't shit.
Well, he did all kinds of things prior to when things really got bad with the pandemic. I mean, he defunded Medicaid. He has been absolutely brutal to the houseless community since day one. I mean, this long list of things that he had he done.
They still are taking down benches and subways of New York.
Yeah, and had he had a less brutal approach, New York would have been in such better shape.
Yes.
You know, but because he talked nice and showed empathy when the cameras were on, here's an award, and aren't we lucky you are our governor? You should run for president. Oh, and by the way, we'll have your brother plant that seed. And then some of us from the beginning were like, this guy's a scumbag. They're all scumbags. And we were told, no, come on. How can you defend? And I've said this before on the show, like, how can you look at our political structure and say anything other than this is complete garbage? This is just garbage on top of garbage on top of garbage. And you want me to pick the least gross garbage? It's still garbage. It's still poisoning a society. We need a complete.
But it's the best we got. It's the best we got.
It's the best we got.
I hate that shit. Like people with that defeatism shit. Like, oh well, oh my! If you don't get away from me with that weak ass shit, like I don't need that type of energy around me. If you trying to bring me down, like come on, bro. That ain't the best we got. We the best we got.
Isn't it funny that people will listen to someone like you or someone like me, and they'll call us the pessimist, and then I look at it as, well, how pessimistic is it to think that we can't do better than this? How pessimistic is it to, as a society, this is the best, as you said, the best we got? To me, that is pessimism. I think it's incredibly optimistic to say we'd be a better society with a people's nature. We'd be a better society. Yes. Reinvented law enforcement and completely, redid how it works and how it's conducted. We'd be a better society. I mean, to me, that's way more optimistic and also correct. More optimistic than looking around at this garbage heap and going, well, this is the best we can. Capitalism is the best we can do. It breaks down constantly. It crashes every couple years. If capitalism was a car, it would break down every 2,000 miles or something like that. If capitalism was a car,
want to say, oh, we're like some dude. What the fuck? He said, point to me where socialism has worked. I said every word where the CIA fucked them up at.
I've noticed it.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you wanna know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together